And so even if you can't get your heels down, if you're here, and this is what happens, then just work where you can get your heels down. Hi gang, Denise here, and this is Pose of the Week, and this pose is Malasana, which was requested by Colleen. So, and Colleen was also interested in some prep poses. So, this is a pose that's asking for full hip flexion, full knee flexion, and full ankle dorsiflexion. That's all it's asking for. So often the limitation, and people don't expect it, is it's actually in the ankle. So when you see people turning their toes out a lot in this pose, it's probably because they don't actually have enough ankle range of motion to keep the heel on the ground and have the toe facing forward. So you can buy yourself a little bit of ease by turning the foot out and letting the arch drop. That's generally what happens. Because if you have everything straight, it's really it's very end range. So that's fine, but what I would suggest is that people work on just having a wider stance, but the toes oriented toward the front a little bit more. And so even if you can't get your heels down, if you're here, and this is what happens, then just work where you can get your heels down. Okay, and even maybe lift your toes and dial the knees out. So trust me, if you work right here, you're going to get a lot of value out of this. This is a really, really strong posture. And it's a good prep posture because when you activate here for a while, your body is going to be really happy to just relax into a little bit more range. You can try it. You'll see what I mean. So use lots of strong activation before you attempt this posture. This is not a posture you can do when you're cold, and the warm-ups you need to do are not stretching, but they're activation. So again, activate here, wherever you can keep your heels down, wherever that is. So if you can keep your heels down and come all the way down here, push down into your feet, stay out of your bottom. It's great for activating pelvic floor. Okay, so once you have mastered that position and can keep your heels down, then you're eventually working toward bringing your feet together. But again, this takes a bit more range of motion at the ankle. Okay, and once you can get there, then you're letting the knees come open. I'm actively opening them, dropping my chest through. You can practice here. Again, the challenge is to get your body weight forward and keep your heels down. So again, that's another increment. We're working with progressive overload here. So we have to work where we can stabilize, where we can control our actions. And then if you get here and you want to bind, then I would recommend literally tracing your hands along the floor. Will get you to about the right level, and then go in for the bind. Okay, so that's kind of the last piece. But there's lots to work on, and if feet are a big part of the limitation, then I would work on, with a myofascial release ball, I would work on getting everything moving and sliding better, getting your toes more active, getting full ankle range of motion, all of that. We often forget about the feet in many of our postures, and that ends up being the limiting factor. So I really encourage you to work on foot function, ankle range of motion, okay, for this posture. And then do lots of strong activation, chair pose, lunges, frisky pigeon. All of those poses are great prep for this pose. Get really nice and warm first, okay? I hope that helps you a little bit, Colleen. Feel free to ask questions if you need, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye for now.